Hello out there, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at this Criterion release of 1988's The Last Temptation of Christ, directed by Martin Scorsese. And of course, this film had a fair amount of controversy because it was based upon a work of fiction that postulated the notion that Christ, while he was up on the cross, was tempted by the devil and basically fancied what life would have been like had he just lived as a commoner, as a householder. And the film to me is a beautiful meditation on the story of Christ in a fashion that is relatable, and I do not think it is blasphemous, especially for those who actually have seen the film and seen it through to its end. You'll know what I'm saying. I think it's just meant to be really almost a thought experiment more than anything. And Willem Dafoe does a great job. I mean, he's been better in other roles. I think he might have been in A Little Over His Head for that point in his career, but he was good. And I think the supporting cast, the supporting players around him were all up to the task as well. I think that this is one of Martin Scorsese's more interesting films. And of course, I also think the score by Peter Gabriel, which of course is a little too on the nose, but let's face it, Peter Gabriel's score is terrific. It's perfect in this film, and it's called, I think, The Passion, and it's one of his greatest compositions, in my opinion. It's just a fabulous piece of music that goes with this film in a way that I can't see ever being topped. Visually, it looks great, and there's one huge standout in David Bowie's appearance as Pontius Pilate. He shows up and has a conversation with Jesus, and it's really the standout of the film. I think it's just a remarkable example of sort of the highs of this film and where Marty was going. I don't think as a whole it is one of his best films, but I think it's certainly a very good film and a fascinating experiment. And of course, Criterion has done a great job with its release. The picture quality and audio quality look great, and it also features the disc art and this little booklet here with some essays and a little piece about the transfer, of course. I'm a big fan of this film. I think it's, of all the films about Christ, this is the one that I go back to, and with a real sense of admiration of what Marty was trying to do. I don't think it's a perfect film by any stretch, but I think artistically speaking, it has one of the more interesting avenues to explore. And I found that just as an example, the Passion film by Mel Gibson, I thought was just too much. It was not a pleasant experience, and certainly while it looked beautiful and had a great cinematographer behind the lens, I just think that this story is a much more interesting one, and as a film it works better. Just my opinion. I find that for a piece of interesting art and piece of cinema, this is the one that I go to, and this is why I've got it on my shelf. So on that note, I do hope everyone out there is well. Please do take care, be kind, stay safe, and keep watching cinema.